Which is the story and which is the character of this book, and how did you take it?
My novel is about a young woman who comes from a very remote culture in the highlands of Burma. And it is a community that is almost Stone Age. It's very, very backward and isolated. And I wanted to examine what happens to a young woman who goes from, in a very short time, from a Stone Age culture almost, to the 20th century, the end of the 20th century, and that very big quantum leap that has to be made. So it is her journey. And of course she passes through several cultures and leaves from home and returns home. And the story is, what is a home that is so terrible that you don't ever want to come back to? So that's a story.
What is the biggest problem of approaching to the Western culture? A book written about a different situation, a different culture, like Asian culture.
Well, fortunately, a lot of the subject matter concerns a subject that the West is very aware of now. It has to do with slavery and prostitution and human trafficking. So in that sense, people know what I'm talking about. But it is a novel, and a novel is a portrait of a character. And what is the most difficult is to get the kind of psychological register translated to Western reader. So many Western readers read it and say, she doesn't seem very authentic. She doesn't seem to have feelings that are authentic. And my response to that is that different cultures deal with psychological trauma in different ways. And even though you're traumatized, you can actually be very cut off from.
How the book was received in Eastern Asia? Can you publish it or not?
No, that is a great sadness to me, because I can't. The book could not possibly be published in Burma right now for all kinds of reasons. It's got one of the worst censorships, and so it can't be translated and it can't be published there. So it may have to wait, I don't know, for another generation, another century to be published. But of course, among the Burmese exiles and among a lot of other Asian exile groups, I hope it will be read.
And how much confidence you put on the internet to spread your ideas?
I don't think I'm doing the right thing yet, because I've been very busy. The minute I finished this book, I contracted to write another very fast. So I know that everybody tells me that it's very important to go the second step and to get a website and Facebook page. But I'm very I have a conflict about that, because I often think that the people who read my kind of book are not generally the people who are into social networking and so on. But I may be wrong. I think everybody's opinion is that this is the new way now to spread the word. So my children are building me websites and so on. So